I'd recommend an Informer 5 to another organization if you're looking to bring in multiple sources of data to produce reports. So, for example, for us, our student information system has a lot of data in and of itself, but it doesn't have all the data. So we have data that lives in maybe health waivers. We have data that lives in, spreadsheets sitting in a tutoring center or something like that. And we have, some data sitting in surveys that we took of students, and all that's outside the system. And, for us, the ability to bring those in to one place and they live there instead of having them live, in a file on a shared drive. They live in Informer 5 and we can always query them. So, if we have, survey results for, say, a freshman, pre-test or something like that. If we want to, we can have that sitting there, and then we can still query that data throughout the year based on data in our student information system. So if you're looking to have something that's pretty agile, that can bring in different sources of data, it's a good product to have.
I do recommend Informer to other organizations, and I wholeheartedly and unreservedly recommend it to organizations that have other BI and reporting tools that are in place. And the reason for that is because the specific set of capabilities that Informer has make it extremely agile for just doing the operational things that you need to do. I deal so much and hear so much about people talking about reporting solutions that give you the view of the business from 30,000 feet. Well, that's fine and that's good, but on a day-to-day basis, you need the view from 6 feet. And I don't know of a better tool out there that gives you a view of the business from 6 feet for the frontline user than Informer does.
I would absolutely recommend Informer to other organizations. It is a tool that is easy to learn and relatively easy to use. There is some training that you're going to have to take, but Entrinsik provides wonderful documents on training, wonderful help on the website with links to almost any question you might have. And then if the question that you have isn't there, their customer support, hands down, is the best I've experienced from a company. I usually get a response within minutes of sending in a request from one of the representatives willing and able to help me answer anywhere from simple questions to very complicated questions. And so I really appreciate that.
I recommend an Informer. We go to Chug-a-Dug every year, and I tell people, if you don't have it, you need to get this. I mean, for me, like I said, when we had DataTel standalone user accounts and passwords, it was really problematic every time they changed the password. With the Informer, all they really need to do is log in, launch the report, and export it. It's as simple as that.
As somebody that has been in the corporate finance and accounting field for many years with background in that prior to getting into software, and even in the PEO space, I would absolutely recommend Informer 5 to other users and companies, regardless really of the industry. I definitely see that there is value. It's user-friendly, it's intuitive, it's very similar. If you're somebody that's working in Excel, you have a lot of the same features and functionality. A little bit of training goes a very long way. The flow steps make a lot of sense. The data sources make a lot of sense. Combining your data makes a ton of sense, and that's something that can often be very challenging. And again, someone in the finance space and even accounting, you're doing reconciliations, you're doing comparisons. You want to be able to look at trends. So you have your comparison boards, you have your charts and your graphs. As a user in any industry, I absolutely see the value. I would definitely look into using Informer, and not just the product, but the company and the people that are behind it. That's a huge benefit. I think that sells a lot, just knowing that you're working with people that care about you and care about the things that matter to you. So 100%.
I have recommended it. The school next door to us, and we come and showed it to them, and they signed on with you guys. And like I said, I've looked, and there's some expensive products out there, but I didn't see the value in it. I mean, like I said, my boss offered me cash, and I'm like, I think we'll just stick with these guys. And so far, you've produced. I'm thrilled.